Well, good morning everybody. It is Friday the 29th of November. The end of the month is almost on us and certainly the weekend as well. I'm about to jump on 2 flights in order to get back to Manchester today, so I won't be online. However, there are a few trade setups. Most of them I'm already in, to be honest with you, but I'm just going to run through the actual trades themselves and they may offer you another opportunity to get involved. Now this is the pound CAD. I'm going to jump out to the daily time frame. We have a beautiful triangle here, absolutely lovely. So what we had here is a swing in the market, a directional move, and again apologies for the sound guys, but I don't have any mic, it's still in transit. And then what we did is we had the market making its way higher, giving us that classic sign of a triangle target, as usual the 127 from the highest first test to the lowest point, looking for that 127, and you can see that we have not as yet hit those targets. Okay, there is still around 150, maybe a little bit more pips up for grabs. In my other account, I'm up something like 300 pips on this account, on this trade, sorry. Let's drop down to the 240. Now, at the moment, for me personally, it's not offering another entry, but as I say, I am flying today, and it doesn't mean that it won't offer you another entry. So, a couple of things on this trade. Okay, I'm just going to draw these out correctly. We want them on the closes of the candles, so let's get these positioned correctly. So that's going to be there. And we're going to want this down a little bit, down to there. Okay, so what actually happened here is we held this level, this level, this level, but then we did break out of this lower rising trend line. However, even though we broke out of it, if we highlight the wicks just here, we did not violate that level of structure. And what happened is it gave us a beautiful 3-bar reversal just here in order to get involved with. I actually got involved in my second account within this trade here. Stops just below this level. Now we came up. Now unfortunately this did not put in a new high above this level. It would have been nice to wait for a pullback for a 2618 here, but we haven't got that. So for me, there's no other type of entry now to try and get involved with this trade. What I would wait for is if we do something like this, look for the pullback within this area, treat it as a trend continuation, stops below this level, and quite simply then wait for continuation higher. So that is the pound CAD. I'm in a couple of positions on that one, but wait and see if it does offer you another opportunity. The weekend is approaching, so if you don't want to enter it with it being a pound pair, well, take another look at it on Monday. We still may get a big retracement, you never know. The euro pound, I'm not in it, but I am waiting. We've got a lovely AB equals CD pattern there. So what I'm going to do is go out to the daily time frame. Okay, and this whole thing is a bit of a mess. Let me just take you out to the weeklies and take a look at this. And an absolute mess. But what I am going to do is structure level on just there at the highs. You can see we did not put in a new high. Double check that actually. I have to double check it, but I don't think we put in a new high. Nevertheless, that's weeks and weeks away. What I'm paying attention to is this double bottom that occurred just down here. So you can see it just there, and we're coming down into that level now. So I'm going to drop down to the daily time frame. Okay, you can see that that test down here a little bit better. In fact, I can now position this so that we're only highlighting the wicks, because the wicks is where we look for those rotation patterns. And what we have is this lovely AB equals CD pattern just here. So I'm going to duplicate that and we're going to move it down. So as you can see, it's actually completing within this price reversal zone. So at this point, you can look for many things. For me personally, I'm going to be looking for either a double bottom or a head and shoulders. There is no real fib confluence, which is a shame. The only thing that there is a potential 1618. Which I would love for that to be tested. So let me clear up this fib a little bit, leave the 1618 on, and we may get something like a long test candle which holds, and we may get something like a nice 3-bar reversal. If not, if we drop down the time frames, price isn't really moving in a way that is at this moment telling me we're going to get a nice double bottom or a head and shoulders. So this is one to kind of wait for. It's going to be going into next week, but targets for this are going to be your 382 and the 61.8 fib. And there is a lot of pips up for grabs. We're talking about 318 pips just to target one. So very nice opportunity there if it provides us some form of entry. Pound yen, this is another trade that I'm actually in. This is a daily high and tight flag. I'm up about 120 pips currently on this, and very simple, it is looking like this. Now it was only just valid for me for the fourth touch. 1, 2, 3, and the fourth touch happened just there. I managed to get involved around this area and boom, it rallied up. Here's the thing, we haven't as yet violated this level, but there is hundreds of pips up in this trade as well. So I do always say don't worry on these higher time frame breakout patterns. If you've missed your entry, guess what? There is lots and lots of opportunity to get involved. From here to targets, we're still looking at around 300 pips. Remember, these are breakout patterns, so typically we break out, small retracement, breakout. So there may be pullbacks here on the lower time frame. Let's go down to the 240. One thing I am paying attention to, which I may get involved with on my second account, is this AB equals CD pattern. Duplicate this, move it up. You can see we've got an AB equals CD pattern, clearly holding that level. Wait for a pullback to the 382, even the 61.8. Personally, I'd be looking at the 382 within the wicks here. Look for some sort of entry. Stops are going to be difficult because your safest place is always going to be below the lowest point here, but it's going to offer you a very nice reward to risk. Also, going to put a structure level in just at the very highs, just here. Okay, wrong arrow. And look at what we're currently doing. Looks like we're double topping. So you could get involved here with a double top. Check out the RSI. We do have it overbought with divergence. And you could look then for a short entry down to that 382. So lots and lots of opportunity there. What else did we have? Pound dollar. Pound dollar's an interesting one. There's no higher time frame trade for me. In fact, I need to take you out to the weeklies for this. So here on the weekly, this is the structure high. You can clearly see we've not reached it, and we've got this lovely directional move, and with this consolidation that's happening here, okay, clear sign that we could see a breakout. Now the problem is when we go down to the dailies, there is no valid trading opportunity for me, so we've rallied up, looking like this, and the only way that I could potentially draw this is like that. And it's just not going to fit. So pay attention to this. We do have a rejection candle up here. Let's drop down to the 240. I would simply just treat this as a channel. Now, with all channels, we do tend to find many times double tops and double bottoms. There's one right there. Here's one right here. We do also tend to find head and shoulders. Just let me get rid of this a second. So you can see there's two double tops right there, right now. What else do we have? This was also a 2618 trade. You do also have a back pattern, X to A to B, B to C, CD completion up there. I'm just going to remove that for the moment because there's another opportunity. And I'm going to have to drop down to the 60-minute time frame here. And it's this double top right here. So I'm going to move this down to this point. Another double top. And this one is actually pulling back for a 2618 trade. So how do I draw this? Let's have a look. Just like that. So if you was to draw out your trend line like this, it does mean that this area here didn't touch, but as you can see, these have just here. In fact, this can come down a little bit. We want them so that they're on the closes of the candles, so this could offer you a nice 2618 opportunity. Targets, where would they be? I would play for a retest to the other end. So let's draw this out. You've had a confirmed double top, so you're going to be looking for that 61.8 fib. That means your risk is going to be here, plus 180R above the highs, which is currently, is that right, 67 pips. Okay, so that's going to put you, that cannot be right, let me double check. RSI, ATR, 66, wow, that ATR is massive. Okay, so okay, let me refresh this. My ATR is showing at 67, so I'm just going to refresh the template. We'll take another look at this. Yep, 66, making that 90. Right, I would not have my stop 90 pips above this level. So you'd be looking for a risk at maybe 20 pips above the high here. So I would say that would be your risk. Your reward would be down here, giving you a very nice reward indeed for that potential setup. And I'm just going to go ahead here and set a reminder for this. What else do we have? We've done pound dollar, pound Aussie, still in the pound Aussie trade, guys, putting us through some pain, if I'm honest with you. As you can see, only 10 pips down now, but look at what we did. We came down to this level just here, held it, and we're now starting to work our way up. If we can get a rally up to this level, I'm probably going to take targets so that I can be out before the weekend. What else did we have? Pound New Zealand. I'm also in the New Zealand dollar, guys. If you look here, there's no way of you getting involved with this trade now, but I'm just going to show it to you anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4. We had a breakout pattern here. We rallied up, almost hit targets, and just look at this ugly just ugly. There's no way of getting involved with this, so I'm just waiting for the rally up to the 127. And I think there's just one more to go over. Yep. And it is the New Zealand yen. I've been waiting for this for weeks. Basically a flag pattern. We have a confirmed flag pattern here. We've got a swing in the market, directional move. We've got the market confirming that it's coiling. We're coming up to previous structure. And if we zoom in, as yet, I think the market can go a little higher, and then I'm going to be waiting for a red candle. Maybe a lower low, lower close, bit more confirmation because this is a huge trade. Maybe drop down to the 240, look for a double top, a head and shoulders, some form of additional confirmation because your reward to risk on this trade is absolutely huge. Just to give you an indication, you're going to be looking at something like this. Okay guys, so waiting for that additional confirmation really isn't going to hurt your reward to risk. If you can get a decent one, maybe a big 3-bar reversal up there, you're going to be looking at 560 pips. So a lot to look at there. Maybe other than the pound dollar, maybe a lot of it is going into next week, but it's nice to see there's some decent opportunities out there. A lot of them are higher time frame trades. Wait and see what happens.